I'm an architect and also president of the board of the Los Angeles Eco Village Institute, and where we've got remnants of some trolley tracks, and that's my segue to my talk about transportation and trying to get everybody excited about a monorail in LA. Next, please. So we used to have a great transit system. You can see I start off in Venice here with a red circle. Then we get to Bureau Happold in downtown LA with the next one. And it used to go all the way out to Lake Arrowhead. And this is partially responsible for some of Los Angeles sprawl. You know, here are the red cars in Wilmington Harbor, trashed as a result of national city lines, which was literally a conspiracy between General Motors, Firestone, Standard Oil, Phillips Oil to shut down our public transit system. So we need to move back to something. Cars, smog. You can read this. Future can't be sustained in a system that relies on the private automobile. I saw this at the Getty once and thought this was a sci-fi image from a Jules Verne movie, but no, it was a monorail. And Allweg, after the Seattle Expo, offered to build LA 40 miles for free, a monorail system that would have been there. Here's one of the stations proposed for downtown LA. I think you can recognize one of those towers. One of the stations going right through the building. I thought this was so cool. You can see City Hall down there on the right. Here's at the May Company building, a monorail running along 8th Street. The problem was that they didn't like the thought of the stations. And I'm not saying much about the Chinatown station. It was an attempt to make the elevated rail more attractive. But as an architect, I thought, how can we compare elevated rail to a monorail? So here we got a diagram on the right. It's a train showing how thick the sections are to support the structure. And then on the left, you see the monorail. In terms of visual blight, the idea that a monorail is less ugly than a freeway, come on, please. Or an elevated train here in New York, or here, in Saudi Arabia, one of their monorail systems. And there are other countries putting in monorails, just not us. Here in Japan, they snuck one in under an elevated freeway and above the regular street road. Monorails can wiggle their way through existing urban fabric without any problem. Here's one in Japan. It's suspended, so as it goes around a curve, it actually banks. Here's this crazy one that you saw before that I thought was science fiction. It's in Wuppertal, Germany, and it's very cool. And putting stations in buildings reduces the initial challenge to the Allweg proposal. Here's the Disneyland, Disney World hotel, where the train goes right through the hotel. Businesses, you've got people coming right into your building. It could enhance business. And this is a little bit tiny, but I thought we'd start with, we need to go out to the sea on Wilshire. Then because I live in Venice, I have a connection down Lincoln to the airport. It's very small, sorry. Of course, along the 405 freeway, you can't do that with a subway or with buses. This would just go right down the middle. Crenshaw line, of course. And this was a proposal for Wilshire Boulevard, taking over the parking lane. And there you go. Go monorail.